Have you ever really thought about Latios and Latias? And how they're synonymous with the Hoenn region and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, but don't really play any major role in the story whatsoever? Like, sure, they're the first Pokemon you see when you boot up the game, but they're among the last Pokemon that you're able to catch in these games. Not available until after you've cleared the entire main story involving Groudon or Kyogre, and they're nowhere to be found throughout all of this. Nor does their lore even fit the mythos of the region in any way. They're also roaming legendaries, with no actual home in the Hoenn region itself other than soaring through its skies and the distant southern island, an e-reader exclusive event that very few lucky players got to experience if they had an Eon ticket in real life. They feel so separate from Hoenn itself that it feels like the movie lore about Altomar is their actual canon home and story. And yet, every time I boot up these games, they're the first Pokemon I see, and some of the first Pokemon I think about when I think of Ruby and Sapphire. It's almost like the Ho-Oh that Ash Ketchum sees at the beginning of his adventure, inspiring you to go on that adventure, to seek it out, even if you don't encounter it until the very end. Having answers and explanations isn't as important as having that feeling, that reason to go on an adventure and chase something in the first place. That's what Pokemon is about. But maybe there is a bit of an explanation. Latios and Latias themselves are based on Eons, which are very similar in concept to angels. And maybe in a way, they're kind of like guardian angels that watch over our entire Hoenn journey, waiting for us to become worthy of capturing them. Now this is an insane interpretation, but have you ever noticed that there are a lot of red and blue paired Pokemon in the Hoenn region? And for some reason the blue Pokemon are more common in the red game, and the red Pokemon are more common in the blue game. This doesn't make much sense until you realize that Latios and Latias are also this way, and they're capable of many different elusive powers that allow them to disguise themselves or hide. Maybe they really were watching us all along. But in 2014, when they remade the Hoenn games with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they made a very critical story change. Latios and Latias are a required part of the story. That whole air of mystery and intrigue is kind of lost when they're given to you as a required gift after getting 5 badges. And many players have criticized this event over the years for making the games too easy. And it still doesn't add much to the story of the Hoenn region. But as a shiny hunter, this event has given me a new sense of intrigue. A new reason to go on an adventure. This story Latios or Latias can be shiny. And it's never been shiny locked, it's just a road less traveled. And it's got some of the most intense soft resets in the entire game. Every reset, you have to battle against Team Magma or Aqua, then sit through the long cutscene about Mega Evolution, and then fly all the way back to Route 118 before you can check your party and see if it is shiny after 3 minutes. Even back when these games first came out in 2014, I wanted to see if there was a way around this, so I used Pokemon Bank to fill up all my PC boxes. But no luck.
You seem to remember Steven warning you about something. Do not be hasty in your excitement. You may wish to organize your PC boxes before we set out. Just trust me on this. That's right, time to organize your PC boxes. Like, it's just a sick burn to the face.
I told myself that this was a shiny hunt I would never do. Especially after learning that if you obtain the Eon ticket in these games, you can very quickly shiny hunt an indistinguishable Latios or Latias from this one, with no differences in its met location or data. There's no reason to hunt this story one. When you're soaring in the sky on this thing, it doesn't even retain its shiny form if it's shiny. But in the spirit of Pokemon, I found a reason. And I found it in an unlikely place. Through Hatsune Miku, as part of the Pokemon and Miku collaboration Project Voltage. In early 2024, Maharishi dropped the track Eon Ticket, all about Latios and Latias. This song reminded me of why I love these Pokemon so much. And since 2022, I've been on a weird journey with these games. Doing shiny hunts you're not supposed to be able to do. Like trying to find the uncatchable Poochyena that they shiny locked for us in the starter cutscene. Obtaining the shiny cosplay Pikachu that's impossible to obtain otherwise in Gen 6. And eventually going for the primal Groudon and Kyogre. For 2 years, I couldn't bring myself to keep advancing in the story past these Latis though, because part of me always wanted to hunt this, even though I said I never would. Because when I call a shiny hunt a waste of time, that's not in the spirit of shiny hunting. It's always about the journey. This song was all that was needed to push me to try it. And in early 2025, days after moving to my new place and learning that I was going to be losing my job, I thought there was no better time than ever to finally set that in motion, to finally go on that adventure that the song made me want to go on. So I processed this news by going through this hunt and trying to stream more often as I started doing this more full time, taking on this crazy 1 in 4096 shiny hunt. But there was an element of surprise to it. I forgot to turn off the lock removal code, and I didn't realize that that would affect the trainer's Pokemon. Just watch Courtney's camera up down here. I didn't even notice it in the moment till later. Yeah, this was from the Cats DS game. It's a banger. You're gonna be honest, you don't like this song? Everyone has their kryptonite on this playlist. It's incredible. Like, I feel like so many songs on this playlist are simultaneously so loved and hated at the same time. I didn't even notice. With the lock removal on, I could find shinies along the way here and somehow phase on a soft reset hunt. What was that shiny camera up? Wait, what? Was there a shiny camera up? It was? I need to see this! I wasn't paying attention at all! I was mortified. I wanted to turn it off immediately. But also, it was kind of funny. So, I kept it on. And, well, I found another shiny along the way. Shiny Metang? Shiny Stevens Metang! That's crazy! I'm at 475 Latis seen. With the long reset times, this hunt could have taken me months to hit odds, even on 5 games. But on April 16th, I managed to find the shiny Lottie pretty early on in the grand scheme of things. And thus my era of being obscured by my tripod pole would come to an end. Here's the moment that a Lottie decided to shine. In its entirety, buckle in. It's nice that the Pokemon menu is immediately what's like highlighted when you open the menu. It's convenient for these resets. Okay, who's a Pokemon that learns Surf or Earthquake, who I should use on the 6th file, if I set up a 6th file for this? Just any guy that existed before Slowbro? That'd be kind of cool. Exploud? Pikachu from Heart Gold Soul Silver, that'd be kind of crazy, Surfing Pikachu. Flygon, Swampert. There are Pokemon that get both. Yeah, I want to use something fast. It's got to outspeed. Quillfish is an interesting choice. I don't need a Pokemon that needs to learn both. Just one of them. Greninja is an interesting choice. I guess it depends on which version I'm playing. I need to figure that out too. But I'll consider these options. And I might concoct a really cool Pokemon to use for this. For next time I stream this. Clawitzer's an interesting choice. Alright, it's time to figure out who's the Woober. And it looks like it's Lurantis. Cecily. Congratulations. Enjoy that Mew drink. Mewing streak. What if I use my own Metang? That would be kind of sick, actually. Steven and I just both roll up with Metang. Furfrou, Go-Go. Gen 6 stuff would be cool. Using like a Kalos Pokemon. Feels kind of special to play through this game with anything like from Gen 4 and beyond. Surf Go-Go goes kind of crazy. True. Alright, next reset after this one will be the Antho one. The pasta pass goes far most of the time, Lando, because I love it so much. I love my pasta. Yeah, it was an unfortunate round when Absol Cinema got destroyed. Puppy, 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 puppy. I feel myself ascending listening to the lyrics of this song. Wait, that's Shiny Latios! That's Shiny Latios! That's Shiny Latios! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I got it! 1560 resets! There's no way! All this talk about setting up the 6th game for it? Forget about it, forget about it, we got it right here! No way, dude! Oh man. Okay, I see it's plus defense. It is lax. Oh my gosh. We met it. Alright, today is March 23rd, 2046 right now. According to this 3DS, that's not actually the day that it is. It is April 16th, 2025. You're just gonna have to believe me on that one. I can't believe it. We actually got it. That's insane. Actually, we have a victory lap to do. We gotta do the Eon ticket hunt. Shout out to Missy Miss for holding down the fort. Was she caught in 2046? No, it's just Unova region. Imagine if that was a back-to-back. Normal Linoon, Shiny Latios. That is so cool. Oh yeah, we can Mega Evolve it now. Right, that's something we can do. So hold on, let's check out this Shiny Mega. Check out the green. Let's do this. Insane! Ta-da! Now here's the victory lap with the Eon ticket, which was distributed in Gen 6 over Street Pass. It's a much faster runaway hunt, and it only took me one night of streaming. This isn't Johnstone, this is some kind of goblin man. I see the pose and the vision though. Okay, I got a Johnstone response on the image. He says, I am sad, but they captured my curves well. 7.4 out of 10. That's the Johnstone review on the drawing of the made image. Shout out to Johnstone's curves, yeah. I'll say that right before this next encounter to really lock in that that's when the Shiny's gonna show up. Shout out to Johnstone's curves. Oh, it's yellow, imagine. Yeah, shout out to Ryan Reynolds as well. Well, let me get a shout out to Ryan Reynolds. Also, let's get a prediction going. If someone could get a prediction going for if we get Shiny Latios tonight, that'd be awesome. We're gonna go fully back to normal tonight. We're gonna do a full round of who goes Maractus and stuff. We'll have a prediction going. We're getting back to normal form with these streams tonight. Shiny Latios, what? Shiny Latios, what? What, already? Before the prediction? Before the prediction? Are you kidding me? But I have to catch this. I have to catch this. I actually have to catch it. This is on a game where all I have are like Ultra Balls. I have not done a test capture. Only 291. That's so fast. All right, we'll send out Pikachu. It was only like two. It was the next reset after shouting out Johnstone's curves. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, there's no way Spark is going to KO it, right? I have Thunder Wave. Oh, we got the Paralyze too. Excellent. All right. Now, Pokeballs. We have 52 Ultra Balls, and we're just going to chuck them. It's yeah, I got it down into the yellow because it is yellow. Also, look at the face cam. It's here to watch. No, it didn't get in the ball. Uh-oh. Missed ball. All right, get in there. Get in there. Rub the magic lamp. All right, hold on. Let me go back to my magic lamp and rub it real quick. Hold on. Okay, it broke out because I didn't rub the lamp yet. Hold on, this is gonna be faster. All right. I rubbed the lamp. Use a Great Ball, it works 100% of the time. Okay, fine. Great Ball. All right, magic lamp has been rubbed. It works 100% of the time. It works 100% of the time, thank you. There's a lot to unpack from this. Rubbing the lamp and like Johnstone's curves. All right, shiny Dex right here. That is so cool. Let's look at it in 3D. Oh, now y'all get like the ghosting and stuff. Whoa. It's gonna be named Gurg. There's something on the ground here. Soul Dew. It's Mountain Dew. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Let me go get the Soul Dew. Check it out, y'all. It's the new flavor. It's plus, oh, it's hasty. Oh, and it was also met in 2046, just like my Latios. They're matching the date. Aww. Like, both of my Lati hunts, ridiculously under odds. Latios was 1560, Latios 291. Both full odds, both 1 in 4096. Regular Ralts. Shiny Gurg. I have both shiny Latis in this game. Oh, no way. Hold on. This is the same file with the shiny Latios. I didn't even realize it till now. I got them both on the same file. That is so sick. But anyway, I'm so glad that I got this, and now I need to get both Latis in a 2D game sometime. Maybe one day I'll be crazy enough to even go for one that's roaming, which might be even harder than how I got my Latios. Also, extra fun fact, you can trade Mega Latios and Latias to X and Y despite them being Megas that were presumably introduced in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because for some reason the Mega data exists in X and Y for these, even though it was never released before these games dropped. I can't wait to see what they do with these in ZA, assuming we'll see every Pokemon that Mega evolves. Never stop chasing those reasons to go on adventures, even if you don't know the answer in advance or if it seems pointless. You never know what heights you'll reach. I'm proud of myself for having the patience to find this. And this Latios will always be special to me, even if it's no different from the Latias that I only found in one night. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.